Chapter 20, Poverty, Inequality and Social Sector Development. Poverty, concept of poverty, absolute poverty, relative poverty, categorization of poor on the basis of level of poverty, chronic poor, always poor, usually poor, transit poor, cunning poor, occasionally poor, non-poor or never poor. Poverty line. Define methods of determining poverty line, jail cost of living method, task force on projection of minimum needs and effective consumption demand, monthly per capita expenditure MPCE, new concept of determination of poverty line, uniform recall period ever MRP, measures of poverty headcount ratio or poverty ratio, poverty gap index PGI, secured poverty gap index, Sen index of poverty. Human Poverty Index HPI, Multidimensional Poverty Index MPI, vicious cycle of poverty in India, expert groups of estimating poverty in India, Lakadwala Committee, Tendulkar Committee report, NC Saxena Committee for BPL families in rural areas, SR Harsim Committee for BPL families in urban areas, Rangarajan Committee on Poverty, Alag Committee, UN report on Indian poverty, measurement of poverty by UNDP, World Bank report, inequality, adverse impacts of inequality, types of inequality, economic inequality, class inequality, social inequality, educational inequality, regional inequality, income inequality, aspects of inequality, regions of inequality, measurement of inequality of income and wealth, Gini coefficient and Lorenz curve, inequality in India. Social sector development, components of social development, health sector, WHO project focus on international health, health infrastructure in India, health infrastructure in public sector, primary healthcare, secondary healthcare, tertiary healthcare, health infrastructure in private sector, indicators of health, a critical appraisal, problems related to health infrastructure, urban, rural, and poor such poor, rich divide, women's health, inadequate number of medical personnel, measures to improve health sector, important policies and schemes to develop health sector, Fit India Movement, Ayushman Bharat Scheme, Mission Indradhanush, National Urban Health Mission, NUHM, Ayushman Yoga and Ayurveda Yoga, and Naturopathy, Unnani Siddha and Homeopathy Ayush. प्रधानमंत्री स्वास्थ्य सुरक्षा योजना PMSSY, जननी सुरक्षा योजना JSY, नेशनल रूरल हेल्थ मिशन NRHM, accredited social health activist ASA, National Health Policy 2002, 12th 5-year plan and health coverage, education sector. Nature of education, objective of education, specific objective, universal objective, individual objective, social objective, role of education in social control. Development of socialization, intellectual development, development of ethical values, diffusion of culture, help in social adaptation to make human polite and decent, for the protection of economic life, to define right of a person, determine all-round development, government expenditure on education as a percentage of total government expenditure, as a percentage of gross domestic product GDP, government's initiative to improve education in India, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, SSA, right to education, RTE, provision of education says, other measures, educational achievements in India, schemes related to education, Eklavya Model Residential School, Sat Program, Vidyanjali Yojana, Nai Manzil, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching. साक्षर भारत मिशन, राष्ट्रीय माध्यमिक शिक्षा अभियान, RMSA, मिड डे मील, meals, MDM, education guarantee scheme and alternative and innovative education, gender and development, constitutional validity on gender relations, INDIA, gender and development perspective, welfarist, developmentalist empowerment, gender discrimination in defined social institutions, the family, religion, adverse female male ratio, women empowerment in India, Special Scheme for Women Development, National Nutrition Mission Poshan Abhiyan, PMMSK Scheme, Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Yojana, Sukarna Samriddhi Yojana, Rajiv Gandhi Scheme for Empowerment of Adolescents Girls Savla, Mahila Kisan Sashaktikan Pariyojana, Indira Gandhi Matritva Sahayog Yojana, Journey Suraksha Yojana, Rashtriya Mahila Kosh, Strategy of Women's Development, Important Legislation for Women. Chapter 21, Environmental Concepts, Environment, Classification of Environment, Geographical Environment, Man-made Environment, Internal Environment, External Environment, Environmental Economics, Environment as a public good, non-excludability, non-rivalry in consumption, environment quality, essential components of environmental quality, air, water, forest, soil, strategy of India on environmental changes, National Solar Mission, National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency, National Mission on Sustainable Habitat, National Water Mission, National Mission for Sustaining the Himalayan Ecosystem, National Mission for a Green India, National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, National Mission on Strategic Knowledge for Climate Change, Greenhouse Gases and Effect, Greenhouse Gases, Greenhouse Effect, Biofuels. Valuation of environmental goods, important of valuation of environmental goods, methods of valuation of environmental goods, expressed preference, ep techniques, random assessment method, trade-off game method, costless choice method, delphi method, methods based on market prices, on methods manifesting willingness to pay, travel cost method, hedonic price method, preventive expenditure method, surrogate markets, property value method, vague differential approach, cost-based methods, opportunity cost method, reallocation cost method, replacement cost method, other methods, dose response method, human capital or foregone earning approach, threat to India's environment, the land degradation in India, loss of biodiversity, air pollution, vehicle pollution, industrial pollution, the management of fresh water, management of solid waste, market failure, reasons for market failure. Positive and negative externalities, lack of public goods, under production of merit goods or overproduction of demerit goods, abuse of monopoly power, incomplete information about market, measures to overcome market failure, taxes on negative externalities, subsidies on positive externalities, laws on regulations, electronic road pricing, pollution permit, advertising, nutgage, buffer stock schemes, policies to overcome poverty inequality, policies to reduce unemployment, Cho's theorem, assumptions of Cho's theorem, criticism of the Cho's theorem, cost benefit analysis and component compensation criteria, cost benefit analysis process, evaluation of cost benefit analysis, evaluation on the basis of benefit, real benefits, direct and indirect benefits, tangible and intangible benefits, evaluation on the basis of costs, real and nominal cost, primary and secondary cost, associated cost or project cost. Criteria for cost benefit analysis, net present value NPV criterion, internal rate of return criterion, social rate of discount SRD, limitations of cost benefit analysis.